After just one season at LSU, Hailey Van Lith entered the transfer portal. Now, we know where she's headed next. It was announced on Thursday that the former Louisville star will be headed to TCU for the 2025 season. At first glance, this may not seem like a home run, as TCU went 21-12 last season and missed the NCAA tournament. However, this team has a lot of talent, especially at the top. They were led by two 19-plus point-per-game scorers last season in big Sedona Prince and sharpshooting guard Madison Conner. Both are returning for next season, using their extra year of eligibility. Now, Van Lith joins them to create a big three in Fort Worth, Texas. TCU is hopeful that Van Lith can return to the form that we saw with Louisville, where she averaged 19.7 points per game in her final season. It feels like TCU can have a three-headed monster of players who are capable of giving you 20 on any given night. Now they're led by three players who weren't there just over a calendar year ago, as the other two transferred in last offseason. It is a legitimate women's basketball revival for TCU, who needed some life breathed into the program. It's going to be a huge season for Van Lith, who went from seemingly a lock for the WNBA when she was at Louisville to a fringe draft-worthy player after her one season at LSU. If she wants to play at the next level, she needs to recuperate her value this season, and she clearly believes that TCU gives her the best chance to do that. If TCU goes from missing the tournament to potentially winning the Big 12 next season, that could do a lot for how she is perceived. She often felt misused at LSU, as Coach Mulkey would just sit her in the corner and make her a spacer, or on the other end, put too much playmaking responsibility on her. If her role at TCU can more similarly reflect her off-ball role at Louisville, then I think she can be very successful. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Hailey Van Lith just created a new powerhouse at TCU. Now, let's take a deeper look. Before we get into HVL's final season, if you enjoy my content and watch a few videos of mine, think about subscribing. 96% of my viewers are actually not subscribed, so if you watched me before and enjoy the content, drop a sub and comment down below. It really helps the channel. Hailey Van Lith, the former LSU star, is set to transfer to TCU for the upcoming 2024-25 season, as reported by multiple sources. This move comes as she looks to utilize her final year of college eligibility with the Horned Frogs. Last season with the Tigers, Van Lith held an average of 11.6 points and 3.6 assists per game. Standing at 5'7", the guard made a name for herself as a two-time first-team All-ACC selection during her tenure at Louisville. Her transfer to LSU was part of a significant roster overhaul that positioned the defending champions as the preseason favorites, ultimately propelling them to another Elite Eight appearance. Van Lith's journey saw her transition from being a primary scorer at Louisville to assuming a more supportive role in Baton Rouge, evidenced by her decreased field goal attempts, averaging 9.9 per game, which marked the second lowest of her career, just ahead of her freshman season. At Louisville, she thrived as the leading scorer, boasting a career-best 19.7 points per game during her junior year, culminating in a Final Four appearance in 2022. A lot of people have a lot to say about how this year went for me, Van Lith told reporters before LSU's Sweet 16 matchup against UCLA. But one thing that they can't argue with is that at this point, I know how to fend for Hailey, and I know how to fight for Hailey, and that's going to help me get to the next level. Now she's going to have to fight for herself at TCU, and she's likely going to have to improve as a playmaker to improve her stock this season. Madison Conner averaged just 3 assists per game last season and isn't a pure point guard either. Conner and Van Lith will likely have to share on-ball duties, so it won't necessarily be the same off-ball scorer role she had with Louisville. But it's sink or swim time now, as this season means everything for Van Lith. Thanks for watching. I'm Herm. Have a good one.